Hello there everyone, welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are continuing our Fall of the Republic 1.0 playthrough, or pre-1.0 playthrough, as the Republic. In the last episode, we had a lot of bad things happen to us. A failed assault on Empress Tita. We had a successful assault by the CIS on Bothawai in space, but not on ground. And then they had a, so far, fully successful assault on Mon Calamari. We'll see if we are able to hold that back at all. But we are going to try to get the Wookiees happier with us later, I think. Nope, not you. So we have the Mandator fleet here, which I think we're going to send over to Telti. Because we are going to leave Empress Tita alone for now. So you guys go there, and this fleet from Deco Neomoidia is probably going, or from Cato Neomoidia, it's probably going to Deco Neomoidia. But I am going to get a probe droid in there before I do anything. So we almost have our first Praetor, which I'm going to send down to that fleet at Fondor. So go down here. Great Britain is asking, would it be possible to add more ships to the Empire of the Hand? The Empire of the Hand is getting a couple more ships, but the difficulty with the Empire of the Hand is obviously that we have to design the ships from scratch, which means adding stuff to them takes longer. So, especially when we have other factions we need to flesh out. So they have their core roster mostly done. There's still a few of their ships that are being redone. They probably won't get more, aside from like the Intigo and the Afodio, before we get the rest of their roster redone. Alright, let's bring in Perry this. As well as a VSD-1 and a VSD-2. And double decker. And aluminum Falcon. We're gonna get a gun from the subjugator here. Like, the subjugators are really good against raiders and mandators because of the stun. But, ooh, we just dodged it. So that's pretty epic. Nope, that one hit. Alright. How do the hero bonuses work? There's basically, so there's an in-game guide on what the tiers all specifically mean, but basically they give a bonus to different categories. There's the flat tier, like there's 5 tiers. Each one gives a different level of bonus, and then the traits give modifiers on that. So, like, Reckless will make someone do more damage, like, make their bonus be more damage both in and out. But James Grant is asking, do you have any idea when TR 3.0 might drop? We have an idea. It might be announced by the time this video comes out, but I'm not going to say it just yet. Because there's still a few things to sort out. Alright, we're going to see if we can get these ions down, so we can stop getting the massive amounts of shield damage. Yeah, the person giving the buff doesn't get the buff, which is less of an intentional thing and more of just a weird thing with how Empire at War works. Which, believe it or not, there are things that the game does that make no sense. It was only discovered like a couple years ago when Petroglyph gave us all the debug build, that self bonuses don't seem to actually apply. We just cheesed the shit out of that by trying to shoot something behind it. That's another EAW thing that we can't do anything about, unfortunately. But yeah, so like If you have something that is trying to give itself a buff, it doesn't work. Because the way the base game was set up, a lot of the hero ships were set, like, Akbar... No. Specifically Piet. I'm not sure if Akbar actually did it. But they would have a self bonus on top of their command bonus to give him, like, stats that were better. And it didn't apply. None of the self bonuses, if you look in the debug build, were listed as applying. So, yeah.
Our engines are gone, sir. The launch bay is gone.
I got one. I have them now.
Well, there's a subjugator killed after our close call, but ultimately unsuccessful attack on one last time, or defense against some last time.
Ready for attack orders. Fire for maximum effect. Star Destroyer reporting in. Pack a punch.
But yeah, so what just happened to the Lucrehulk is if you have a unit that is attacking something behind something, or in front of something else, or no, behind something else, if the shots are intercepted, rather than the damage being applied to the hard point that you are targeting, it gets applied to the ship that is blocking it. Which means you are basically able to do the hull damage directly to the ship, which applies it to everything. Which is annoying, but part of the hardpoint system.
Locking on. Coming around.
Commander. Targeting at maximum firepower.
Enemies in range.
Awaiting orders.
I've got them in my sights.
Priority is the laser cannons.
Coming back
Alright.
around for another run.
There we go. Subjugator dead.
Target locked. Getting a lock.
And the Mandator isn't.
Eliminating target.
Your orders, General.
Intercepting.
Online. Yes, General. Commander.
I'm on them.
Alright, let's go for the goal in one.
Stay in formation. Get behind them.
Holding here.
Alright, you stop right there.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
I'm gonna see if we can actually get to the goal in two with you, because you're gonna go for the goal in one just fine.
Excellent shot.
Like, we have the
I got one.
victories, can go for the goal in one.
Attacking target. Reporting in.
I might even shift the victory 2 over
Laser cannons.
the goal in 2. We'll just kind of keep flying through there.
Fire. Yes, General.
You can stay on the goal in 1, you can stay on the goal in 1.
I copy.
There we go.
Holding fire.
Powered weapons.
Maximum effect.
Their reinforcements are taking casualties.
Good shot. Watch your tail. You picked up a try. Receiving. Engines idling. Destroyer reporting. The lasers are our target. Yes, sir. Your orders, General. Destroyer here. Sir, there's not much time left. With haste. Transferring all
Alright.
power
Maps
to
Max is asking what are the current discussions / plans for content regarding Order 65 and 66. Personally, would love to see Padme replace State Passage once Order 65 is executed and having Palpatine appear as Darth Sidious on the CIA side. As far as Padme being an active hero, that I don't know about, because
I copy.
there's already in those situations there's Bail and Mon Mothma as the economic heroes.
I have them.
And having more economic heroes would probably be a bit dangerous. Depending on where, like, influence mechanics and that kind of galactic level stuff goes, we might be able to have other, like,
Yes, Commander.
heroes of that style that aren't just giving you a bunch of essentially free credits. And then we'd be able to have a few more characters. But the Palpatine, like, Sidious going to the CIS side, has been a pretty common request and one that we may end up doing. The main focus for 1.0 was in doing some heroes that are basically on which we want to use. Let's use Mace Windu for this. Basically, the more Rebel or more Imperial hero sets.
Great artistry.
And we'll keep going forward with that. One of the things we do want to avoid, though, is making it so that the Order 66 and Order 65 stuff ends up having just reskins of the same strengths and weaknesses. So people asking if, like, oh, can you give them Rebel ships? We're almost certainly not going to be doing that direction. Let's get Nodus Ascendancy back. My cousin Invincible. Impetus. I have landing gear. Solidarity. And Chicken Tender.
In production.
We might be able to build some clone commandos while we're here. Nope. Don't have the credits. We wanted to check Daconeomoidia. They actually don't have anything in space there other than the station. Which is an Empress. So that'll be pretty strong, but we should be able to do it. So we'll be able to take Telti, we'll be able to take the space over Daconeomoidia pretty easily. We might actually be able to take all of Daconeomoidia in this episode.
Choose your reinforcements.
Defensive positions! Get ready to move in! Defensive positions!
At maximum unit capacity.
Ready when you are. Auto guns online. With you, trooper. Great. Watch that covering fire. Auto gun ready to go. Going in.
All right, let's go down to that one.
On it. Look, the droids we're looking for. Area's not secure. That's what's fine. That's closing range. Got droids over there.
Well, it'd be the removal of Pestage rather than adding someone new. Because if they're keeping Pestage, like, they shouldn't be keeping Pestage right now. But it wouldn't be replacing Pestage, because they do have a lot of economic hero options already.
Auto guns online. Right? You won't be more trouble.
All right, let's see if we can grab this guy. We'll get some more clones. I'll send the Lats over for that. Get some clones, we'll get Mace. Some more clones, get some more clones. Nope, that's not what we want.
Reinforcement point contested.
Guns ready. For our brother.
Alright, let's get him over here.
Ready when you are.
You fought well on Geonosis. I will stand at your side in battle. If you are truly leading, then this fight should be mistaken.
Alright, do I want to spend some credits on a sensor? Probably not, it's only... you know what? I do. I always want that. What am I at? What am I talking about? Of course I want that. Have I met me? That's all I ever want. Alright, you back off. Clones. Back forward. Mace. Also back forward.
Bombing run
There we go. Got a tactical droid factory. And probably the Senate building? Or the Senate building. Local headquarters.
Where is your focus? Someone in the Confederacy has a sense of humor.
I don't think we'll be at much risk with the Juggernauts. They are quite low right now. But I think we can finish out the battle without pulling them back.
You are well versed in the Jedi arts. You best not fight
They have back to it. Never mind.
the Force is unusually strong. It's one thing to lead the Jedi Order. It's another to use its teachings to aid them. The Jedi are stretched thin across the galaxy. The Council is concerned at your connection to Chancellor Palpatine.
You and me.
Did they build a field base?
There are only two ways this fight will be: with you dead, or my prisoner. It's your choice.
Which Grant says I think there's a victory bug in Skirmish 1.0. Yeah, I saw a report for that.
That's right.
I haven't looked into it at all yet.
The Jedi have enemies everywhere now, even the Senate.
All right, let's grab this so they can't build a field base.
Tough on you because I sense much conflict within you.
Let's go.
Derp is asking, is Order 66 going to remain the only way you can get access to the advanced KDY chips? Yeah. We, like, that's basically what it does. It wouldn't really make sense for us to turn that into, like, make those come in various different ways. We want them to be there, but limited, and they're thematically tied to Order 66. They're thematically tied to becoming the Empire that way. We don't want them to be super common things. They're very powerful. They fill their role properly. Like, we're pleased with how they work currently, so we're not really looking for more ways to have them show up.
Then this fight should end in stalemate.
You will be more trouble. Do I look like a droid?
Okay, let's see if there's anything up there.
Spread out. How's the good part?
So I think there's artillery over here or something.
Veil across the galaxy.
Autoguns are online.
Unit destroyed.
Forward. On it.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't expect such obvious moves from you.
Droid
I've
scanned.
seen you fight better than this. I expected more from you. Much.
Will there be an allegiance after Order 66? No.
Perhaps Master Qui-Gon was right. I foresee you will become a great Jedi. The best you can do is imitate swordsmanship. The Council is concerned at your connection to Chancellor Palpatine. Let's get this over with. I have a war to win. The Force is unusually strong.
Is that it? Yep, we got it.
Planetary control achieved.
Alright, there's Telti. Which brings us together with Umbara, Kashyyyk, Balamak. We could take Balamak off that. It'd be relatively simple. But I think we do want to focus on Daconia Moidia. So, we will do that.
Mines, repairs, we got you covered.
Send Talon down to that fleet. You'll probably want to... Let's keep building up Fondor's defenses.
out.
Captastic's asking, in terms of Thrawn's Revenge, will we see the replacement of ties after the Vong War and newer, smaller Imperial Star Destroyers? They weren't really ever fully replaced. Like, there'd still be ties around. But you'd see some of the newer ships coming in. Like, there'll be appropriate additions as we get into different eras.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, let's see if we can
Homing in.
handle this.
As you command. Copy.
Preparing for hyperspace.
Anchors away.
Heading out.
Yes, sir. Plotting flight plan.
Republic light cruiser responding. Who needs fixing?
Reinforcements
Alright,
cancelled.
we do want you. And Screed.
How devious, my lord.
Then we'll put in some anti-fighter in behind us.
Right, sir.
Not a huge amount, but
Your orders?
still.
Targeting at
Alright.
maximum firepower.
The more we can do from a distance on this, the better.
Green.
Because otherwise, it's going to be kind of dangerous. Luckily, it is just the defense station we're worrying about right now.
I may be slow. This is Bravo 4. Enemy units approaching.
Good to see you, my lord.
Alright,
Hold up.
not bad.
Everybody awake? Good. Watch your sides.
I hate the regular Z95s, but I actually don't mind the clone ones.
Let's do it.
The regular ones are some of my least favorite fighters, I
Incoming
think.
transmission from the command center. Missile tubes ready for command. Yes, General.
They're flanking us. Yes, sir. I've lost count. How many does that make? You got him. We're being overwhelmed. Check your fire.
Sir, holding position.
Back you guys off. I think we're going to want to stay back together. No, you Screed need to stop.
We're going to need you
The
to hold
enemy
off.
is mine.
Bail out. I
And we're going to need DP-20 up here.
fight to small.
Maximum power to shields.
Good shooting, sir.
Well, I'm specifically talking about the design of the Z95, not the power. I think the regular ones are much uglier
Targeting computer
than the
online.
clone ones.
And they just don't learn, do they? Whatever it was they were looking for, it looks like they already found it.
Separatist troops. The enemy has secondary reinforcements on the way.
Alright, we still got a goal in 2, a goal in 1, and the Dreadnought shipyard to get through after this.
Good to see you, my lord.
But
Your orders?
with the Empress down, we're in pretty good shape.
Standing by.
Doesn't stack the chance. That's the way it's
Delta frigate here.
all lights are green. We've destroyed the Techno-Union ship.
Alright, I'm going to send this group after the province.
Ready.
We might be small, but we back up much.
Their reinforcements are being depleted. Hold up.
And there's some very brave fighters in that group there, apparently.
Transmission from the command center. Yes, General.
I am going to target the fighter bay there.
Pilot, you're leaving the battlefield.
You've got the captain.
Yes, sir.
We really must catch up.
Focusing
There we
all
go, Screed.
firepower.
Give me a target.
And you guys stop. You guys go
Understood, we're moving out.
that way.
Move out.
Ready for command.
They've sabotaged our vehicles.
This battle group, we're going to start moving in on the
Let's move
Golans.
this bucket.
So maybe
On
there?
our course.
We'll wait till the Empress is dead and get rid of the weird pathfinding issues it causes.
I've lost count. How many does that make? Take out that fighter. Yeah, now you got it. Yes, General. Track that strike
Good to
fighter.
see you, my
Give me a
lord.
target. It's got a clear shot. Your orders?
At least we're moving in the right direction. This has been a lot more successful than last episode, for sure. Alright, there's the last hard point. Bam.
Safety check complete.
Alright, now we can move in to better locations.
We really must catch up.
Reed and Coburn on there.
Reporting in. Open fire on those laser cannons. Battle stations. Yes, General. Cannons targeting.
Alright.
Sir, we need you to clear the area of all enemies.
Back already. On to head back.
Arcs and Y-Wings, and you go.
Hits like that, she's done for.
I'm just as happy to leave these guys on a couple health. So if they're kiting away, they're not doing any damage, and they're not going to respawn, so
Salutations, my lord.
that's just as good for our purposes.
Let's move this bucket. We're all set here, Commander.
Alright. So how has the clicking been for you guys compared to normal episodes? Have you been able to hear it as much?
Command center.
Or has it been as loud when you can hear it?
Aye. Reaching enemy.
Like, I definitely do need to get a new mouse. Like a quiet mouse. As quiet as possible.
All steam ahead.
But the noise gate and moving my mic slightly should have
Salutations, my lord.
helped a fair bit.
That was
Ready for command.
Firing a full salvo.
Receiving. Missiles locked on.
I copy. Attack that target.
James Grant's asking, do you think Twitch should make it possible to stream in 1440p or 4K?
Enemy forces ready to deliver.
Like, in a vacuum, yes, it would be nice. But the way that Twitch does certain other things
Salutations, my
makes it difficult for me to say yes to that. Like, maybe for partners,
lord. Move out.
they should do it. Because partners all, like, when you're watching a partnered stream, you can always choose your quality level. But the way they have it set up for everything else is that you can only choose your quality level, or at least this is the way it was before. Maybe they've changed it since, like, last year. But you can only choose your quality level if they have enough bandwidth for them to process your video, because like it's priorities on partners. I think you can always do that, but then if they're not using all their resources, they'll let you choose on some other streams. If they are, then you can't. So it'd be forcing people to watch the 1440 or 4K versions if
Ready for orders, Commander. Orders.
if the site can't handle everything they need to do, which a lot of people's internet wouldn't be very happy with.
Weapons online.
Which is an annoying reason to have to say no, but oh shit. But it is just a fact of Twitch life.
They're all around us.
Star Destroyer standing by. Attack that target.
Good shot. All lights agree.
Which is just one of several problems that I have with Twitch.
Reporting.
Salutations, my lord.
Engines idling. Good shot.
I'm not a Twitch partner, so I don't really pay that much attention to what's available to them. Who do we want now? Get you guys.
Never engage in a fight you do not intend to finish.
And I'm going to bring Yoda's army, but I'm going to leave Yoda here. With Ozzel. I might steal Mace's clone troopers. Leave the A6s.
Let's move some troops. All crew accounted for.
I think we will bring the A6s just in case we want to deal with that artillery a bit better. or if we need to. And I'll put you in. Maybe I'll build a new fleet around that.
Invasion commencing.
But yeah, one of the other things that's going to be changing a bit is the ship crew income. We typically try to make these kind of new features
Is my ally.
present, but
Wise decision
a
to sign
bit
up
more
with them.
forgiving at first than they're ultimately intended to be.
We want to do this again. The outcome is always the same.
Hey, check your map.
So like right now, ship crews are very, very forgiving. The income is very high on it.
Sensor node constructing.
Overconfidence is
But
a
we
weakness.
usually try to have stuff like start
Did you
much
pass the
higher
trials?
and then
Just
go
about.
down. It was kind of the same thing with influence, where we started with it having like some impact. It's useful if you had high influence, but it wasn't going to
Little different
hurt you
if
too much if you
experienced
weren't
Jedis
managing it
did.
properly, but get people used to the idea that it's there.
We
And
could have used
it got a
the Battle
bit
of
too
Milosis.
harsh with some of the factors, like we were talking about in the last
Don't like
episode.
the looks of this.
Facility
Never
destroyed.
engage in a fight you do not intend to finish.
Come on.
So
Objective. Secure the
you'll
zone.
probably start having to manage that a little bit more, like the ship crews a bit more, and on the lower end, influence will be
All good.
a bit less clamped.
Objective looks protected. Turret ready. Confirmed. Turret powered up.
The dark side is a path to
Sensor node
self-destruction.
constructing. At maximum unit capacity.
Turret online. Auto gun.
Construction complete.
No, there's no heroes in from the ground up in TR, other than like the bounty hunters you buy. We can't get those. Kind of the same reason that government mechanics are active in like you can get the heroes from government mechanics in Fall of the Republic from the ground up. It's not really something we want to be like that, but until we have
Shield deployed.
a more selective way of handling
Great
the
deal about the Jedi. Where did you receive your intelligence? You're as skilled as ever.
Turret ready.
the framework, and it kind of just is like that.
Our base is under
Come
attack.
back for a little remedial training, have you? Master Qui-Gon always held you in the highest esteem. The Separatists care only for themselves, not the greater good. I am better than this, I assure you. I hate to disappoint your maker, but you're not going to last much longer.
Nope, I want to build here.
Lightsaber training for younglings?
Shit. Wanted to build there.
You've learned some new tricks as well. Let's talk. You know a great deal about the Jedi. Where did you receive your intelligence?
Repair
Didn't
station.
mean to have two of those.
Care only for themselves, not the greater good.
Unit destroyed.
Bombing
You
run
perceive the
available.
Force as little as a spoon perceives a taste
Y-Wing
of
Squadron
food.
reporting.
Unit destroyed.
Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Look at those super battle droids before they become a problem. And I think I may bring in a Juggernaut for this one. Nope, get out of there.
Things can change
It's not your
very
place.
quickly. One only improves by facing a more skilled opponent. You are good. In my
Let's see what's over there.
such thing as luck.
I feel like we've killed most of the stuff here. But we're about to take out a lot of the Separatist Council.
Had enough, old boy.
Alright, the rest of you are coming in. You can still shoot from there.
One only improves
Everyone get over there. Here. Kill their field base. No, you get over here.
Never give
Obi-Wan,
the high ground.
you get over there.
Qui-Gon isn't here to see this.
And you way over there. Go heal.
Are you prepared to receive another humbling lesson in the art of lightsaber combat? Programming is no substitute for a lifetime of training. I'd have that cough.
What if you're programmed for, or training for programming?
Ready to destroy the clone.
Right, we got our own ATT, or AATs, not ATTs.
You know a great deal about the Jedi. Where did you receive your intelligence?
Lock it down.
Bombardment available.
Alright, back up. Obi-Wan, back up. We're starting to get some
Better days.
The fight's not over.
some opposition.
Adjustment.
Alright, I'm gonna get a military field base.
Autogun's online.
Didn't you once boast that you could defeat Master Yoda? Perhaps I've
Okay,
misjudged your skills.
I really want that area here. I think we should be able to take this area like this.
Construction complete.
Autogun ready to go.
X is asking, are you going to continue your Bonding 101 series on YouTube? That's a series that I always intend to and want to go back to, but thus far just haven't had the time to.
It might pose a challenge to the Jedi.
Throw it online. That's the time to move.
We made it. Reload your nav program.
Bombing run.
There would be a unit or building that can serve as a ground-based interdictor. I'm just not sure what the utility of that would really be. Because, like, usually, unless you want to, like, stop people from retreating when they're on offense,
Sensor node.
which, like, your goal is to fight off the attack, then it's only so useful. Because, like, usually,
Construction complete.
retreating from ground, you're not actually able to get out anyways. Because it'd be a pretty limited use. And it's hard to get thematic, like, side thematically what that would actually be that would stop retreats.
Y-Wing standing by.
Clear the area.
Will the Lat C ever come to modern would be too much for EW's. I mean, like, you could do an animation of, or, like, you could have a lander that's a Lat C, or an animation of that. But, like, having something that's an actual commandable unit flying around ATTEs, like where you pick it up and drop it off in different places, that would really be feasible.
Sensor node has
In my
been sold.
experience, there's no such thing as luck. Only skill.
Turret
Shit,
constructed.
I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. But, like, we don't use it as a lander because they were typically, like, their purpose typically was bringing stuff between battles, not doing the initial drop-off. Like, it's not impossible that maybe we'll do it as a lander
Construction
or something. Like, obviously it'd be a different model in space. It'd still be like a CR-25 or something in space. And then just the land, just the drop-off is a Lat C. But that'd be the extent of what it could be used for in the mod. The Sea of Thieves stream was fun, but I I feel like we all got bored of it pretty fast. Like, we moved on to Mario Kart pretty quickly. Unless there's, like, an update where we really want to play something, or if we take some time off, maybe we'll come back for another quick stream at another point. If they add VR or something, then I definitely want to play more of it. But as it is, like, we were playing for a bit, and then it was fun, but it very quickly got to the point where it's like, okay, there's nothing really to do. And, like, the stuff we really enjoyed was combat with other players. And you can spend 4 hours trying to just hunt people down and never come across anyone, which gets a little bit frustrating. Or on the off time that you do come across people, it's just, like, a quick fight because, like, one side or the other's not actually ready.
I can destroy droids as quickly as the Separatists can manufacture them. An army of your kind might pose a challenge to the Jedi.
Hold positions here.
Turret has been sold. Sensor node
Okay,
constructing.
I still wanted that. I didn't mean
You
to
know
sell.
a great deal about the Jedi. Where did you receive your intelligence?
Well, I meant to sell it. I just did it because I wanted to unstick Obi-Wan.
Secure the zone. Fine job.
The beard is a good look for you. Try not
Alright,
to
we're gonna
take it
bombard
this
this
time.
guy.
Unit destroyed.
The council made a wise decision to assign Padawan. I must have spent too much time on Kamino.
Bombing run available.
Master Qui-Gon always held you in the highest esteem.
Alright. There we go. You get some... Alright. I'm gonna turn around there.
You're quicker than you look. Just like old times.
I think Obi-Wan should be okay here.
Remember, your entire
There we go.
reputation is at stake here. You do your maker credit, droid.
Alright, let's get him some support. No, I really just wanted you to go and
Landing zone.
not die.
AT-AT destroyed.
You're as skilled as ever. I wish Master Qui-Gon could see what you've become. He would be very proud.
Alright, Isla, get in here. So we're gonna send Ayla down this path. Obi-Wan's gonna come
One
up here.
only improves by facing a more skilled
Your
opponent.
orders? Computers locked on target.
I can see Anakin's influence on you.
My blade cuts deep. I'm sure.
Maybe we won't do that.
Defensive positions.
I'd work on my defensive forms if I were you.
That AV turret on that at the top of that hill really screwed us there. Ayla, can you go kill some super battle droids for us, please?
Autoguns online.
But this is one of their typically more heavily defended planets, so
Lock it down.
I think we made out pretty well here for what we could have had to go through.
We have nothing.
All right,
to
good
fear
job,
from
Ayla.
these droids. You managed to impress me.
Things can change very quickly.
Turret ready. Come on. This'll show 'em.
The Force will be with you. Always. You'd better recalculate your chances of victory.
Turret online. Watch that volley. Kill the zone.
Here we go. Alright, I think that's going to do it for the episode, so thanks for watching, everyone.
Conquered.
Hope you're enjoying so far, and hope to see you next time.